It's a great pleasure to welcome Tendai Mtawarira, also known as the Beast, to What's Next, affectionately known to many of us as the Beast. And what an incredible Springbok. And you've played, correct me if I'm wrong, Beast, 117 tests for the Springboks. I think Brian Habana's ahead of you, Victor Matfield, and I think you're fourth, if I'm not mistaken, at the moment. You were third for a while.
Took over.
Yeah, exactly. And, your first Springbok cap all the way back in 2008. And I remember that game so clearly. You were 23 years old, and it was in that Lions series, the British and Irish Lions. And then 10 years later, you hung up your boots, and all those tests, of course, you've got a World Cup trophy behind you, the 2019 final against England. And welcome to you, Tendai the Beast Mtawarira. Welcome to you. It's great to have you. Listen, who gave you the nickname the Beast?
It's actually quite a funny story. I got that nickname when I was in primary school from my best mate. I was probably about 10 years old, and I was a bit of a man-child and aggressive. So, my friends were trying to come up with the perfect name for me. And then the Beast from X-Men resonated. And I ended up being called the Beast, from that age till now. So it's pretty crazy.
Oh, man, that's cool. And I see behind you, you've got all that cool memorabilia. I see your Springbok jacket is over there. And what an amazing career you've had. But, I've bumped into you since your retirement, and you've been very busy. You've just come back from Dubai. You're a brand ambassador now, which we're going to talk about. But what have you been up to since your retirement?
I've been up to quite a few things. I've been blessed to have a great, team around me, great mentors that have helped me transition. So at the moment, I'm involved in various business ventures. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm involved in a wine business where we're exporting and selling wine all over the world. And I'm involved in also solar energy. I believe in renewable energy. And I've also got a foundation that is doing a wonderful work in the communities, working with the youth across the platforms of sports and education. So I believe in empowering the next generation. And I also went back to school. I'm currently doing my MBA. So life has been pretty busy, but I guess, I found new purpose and meaning in my next chapter.
Oh, that's wonderful, man. And listen, doing an MBA is not for sissies. I'm sure that training with the Springboks was easier than doing your MBA, or am I wrong about that?
No, you are right. An MBA is not a catwalk. It's pretty tough. I've had a lot of delays in terms of finishing because I was struggling a little bit with some of the coursework. But now I'm finally getting there and should be able to finish this year.
Oh, what a phenomenal achievement, man. That's fantastic. And it's amazing that you've kept yourself so busy and with so many different projects, and congratulations. And I think it's so important, you got to transition from being a professional sports person into a business person. It takes quite a bit of adjusting. So well done to you. You've been working with the guys at Wetility. Tell us about this partnership at Wetility. Who is Wetility, and how did this all come about?
Yeah, so Wetility is a solar energy company. And, how it all came about is that they approached my team and they were wanting to work with me. They believed that I was the right strategic partner for what they want to achieve. So I resonated, towards them because I believe in the power of renewable energy. And they also have a goal to provide accessible, reliable, clean power to the masses. And obviously with what we have faced currently, in South Africa with the load shedding, power outages, that's affecting, productivity. I was, hugely concerned, and this was probably, being at the right time, at the right place at the right time. And we did a joint venture, and now we've created quite a unique product for the market. So yeah, for me, this is an incredibly exciting venture, and Wetility is doing great work in the solar space.
Oh, it's amazing stuff. Well, listen, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I mean, and your advice on what you'd give to people who are still deciding whether to get solar or not. I mean, there's been a massive uptake. Obviously, with load shedding, gone very quiet just before elections. Wow, fancy that, just before the elections. But the reality is that we're still going to have load shedding in the future, and the cost of electricity, and we've got such abundant sun here. Why not make use of it? So, what is your advice to people who are thinking, should I get solar or not? Because it's not really a very complicated process, right? It's pretty straightforward. But not everybody understands all that tech jargon and how many watts and how much energy you need and inverter power and all that sort of thing. What's your advice to people in Tendai?
Yeah, so what my advice is to people that are obviously curious about what solar energy is, and if they want to obviously move over partially. I think the first thing that you must do is approach a reputable company, and sit down with them. That's what I did, and I sat down with Wetility and I asked all the relevant questions because yes, there's a lot of tech jargon. I don't wanted to understand like what solar system would I need for my house, what battery power, what battery size, all these things sometimes that sound like rocket science. When you sit in front of an expert, a great company, you're able to get the assistance that you need. And I found that in Wetility. So I would advise, those people to be inquisitive, go and ask all the questions because, I found my home, in Wetility in terms of providing the system that I wanted to be able to function at my house.
That's amazing. And I can see your house at the back. I mean, you're obviously in your office at the moment, but I want to talk about your solar system. But I see there's a thing called the Beast Bundle, the Wetility Beast Bundle. What is all that about? You've now got a solar product named after you. Tell us about the Beast Bundle.
Yes, but it's quite unique. We created a product to service the market, and it consists of 8 different products, that are tailor-made for people's power needs. And the actual Beast Bundle has solar solutions. It's got smart geyser control as well as surge protection and storage.
Oh,
So it's quite accessible to everyone because we've got month to month subscription. So you would pay for it like how you pay for your mobile phone contract or your favorite streaming service. So yeah, it's something that it really excites me, and and I hope that people gravitate towards it because it is definitely a good option in the market currently.
now you've got one of these products at your home, right? I imagine. And tell us about your experience. How easy is it to use, and then what kind of service are you getting from Wetility? I mean, you are their brand ambassador, but you wouldn't put your name behind a product if you felt a little bit suspect or anything about it. And then Wetility is a well-known brand. Tell us about your experience and what system do you have at your house?
Yeah, yes. My experience with Wetility has been quite smooth, and I think they came, as I said earlier on, they came and they did a proper assessment of my home, and and they obviously came up with a tailor-made solution. So at the moment, we're very happy in our home, my kids, my wife, because we've got uninterrupted power pretty much 24/7. And the installation was very professional. It was very smooth, and there wasn't a lot of a lot of mess or noise. It's quite a seamless transition, and it's been
Mm.
quite helpful in terms of as well of my savings. We've got an app that you use to measure the energy output, of the solar system, as well as see the savings that you're making on your electricity bill. So it's a win-win for me. And yeah, I think everybody out there, if they go with Wetility, they won't regret it.
Now, listen, I'm interested to know. Do you know how many panels you've got on your roof, and how much battery power have you got in terms of storage and that sort of thing? Do you know those kind of stats?
I'll probably need to open up some files that they sent to me to give you the precise
Yeah,
detail. So
but
this is
but
where
you
probably
see,
I come a
but
little
you
bit
see,
short.
yeah, but that's the beauty of the product, because Tendai, it's something that you shouldn't have to worry about, right? You phone
Yeah.
in the experts at Wetility, they put up the stuff. But the point I'm trying to make is that it's running your whole house, right? And you don't have to worry about, even if there's load shedding, you've got energy, your geysers are connected, and you've got enough power, and you don't care about load shedding, basically.
Yeah, no, exactly that, and that's for me, the end goal, so that I don't have any interruption. The kids can do homework late at night, without worrying about the lights being off. So it's a win-win for me, as well as you're contributing towards saving the environment. It's clean power, clean energy. So yeah, for me, it's definitely the best solution.
Oh, awesome. So listen, you've been busy with all sorts of entrepreneurship things you mentioned, and doing your MBA. Are you still active in the gym and still exercising and still fit like you were when you were a Springbok?
Oh, geez, I don't think I'm as fit as I used to be, but I still work out. It's like second nature for me. I'm addicted to the gym, and I try
Yeah.
and get a run in every second, third day, even though I travel quite
Oh, good
often.
stuff.
But for me, yeah, so for me, training is part of my, daily, weekly regime. So yeah, it's something that is never gonna go away, hopefully.
No, I ask that because, all your team members that I've spoken to in the past talk about how much you could bench press. And I mean, what's the most you've bench pressed? And are you still bench pressing? Give us a bit of that muscle there. I want to see how fit you're looking.
Yeah, it's not as big as
Yo.
Kiepin's biceps, but they're all right. But
Yeah.
I used to obviously lift some very heavy weights when I played, and probably the most I benched was about 195 kgs, so which is quite
Wow.
hefty. So now I kind of tend to focus on the lighter weights, because I did a lot of heavy lifting and I don't want to put too much stress on my joints. So I enjoy doing
No.
a lot of cardio as well as light weights, but a lot of reps. So yeah, that's what I do now.
Yeah. No, that's amazing, and it's so interesting. As a professional sports person at your peak, obviously you were super fit and everything, and it's difficult to maintain that. But it looks like you're doing a pretty good job of maintaining that, and you're still in contact with a lot of the former team members. What kind of sport do you watch on the weekend? I mean, I imagine you still got rugby running through your blood, so you watch a lot of rugby. Are you watching any other sport? Following any other sport? And are you in touch with any of your previous players in your team?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm in touch with most of the boys. Obviously, the guys that won the recent World Cup. 90% of that team is guys that I played with in 2019. So I'm very much in touch with guys like Eben and Sia Lucanio. So I get to see Lucanio and Eben a lot because I work for the Sharks. I'm actually on the board as well. I've got a role there at the Sharks, so I kind of tend to see some of the boys quite often, and I do watch obviously a lot of games, rugby matches during the weekends. But another sport that I'm a huge fan of is basketball. I'm a huge NBA fan, so I watch a lot of basketball as well. So yeah, I'm a sports fanatic. I love all
Uh,
sports,
yeah,
mostly. Just not golf. Golf is not for me though.
yeah, no. But listen, the NBA is a fantastic league. Who do you support in the NBA? Who's your favorite player? I've met a couple of the guys at various conferences. I mean, I'm 186, and these guys are like so much higher. The Greek the Greek freak. With my Greek
Yes.
background, I've met. He's an incredible basket player. But which team do you support?
Yeah, so I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a huge LeBron James fan, and
Oh,
I've been following him since he got drafted into the league. They represented 4 teams now, so I'm a huge fan of LeBron's, and I'm watching the playoffs currently, and we're losing to the Denver Nuggets. So I am like glued onto the TV when it comes to basketball. And then the Greek freak is special, somebody that has really elevated the NBA since he joined. So I think, yeah, Giannis
yeah.
is a great human being. I would love to meet him one day as well. Yeah.
No, he's incredible, and his brothers as well, also incredible sports people and everybody. And then finally, Tendai, who do you aspire to? I mean, who's your role model in life? Do you have one?
Yes, I think my role model since my early age has always been my mom. She has been the shining light in my life, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. She's always, imparted, wisdom, and she's always prayed for me since I was young. And yeah, and sacrificed a lot for me and my siblings. So I've always looked up to my mother, and yeah, even up to now, every second, third day, I'm always on a call, just checking in and speaking to her. So she's definitely somebody that I look up to in a massive way, and she inspires me on a daily basis.
Oh, that's so wonderful to hear, man. Really amazing chatting to you, Tendai. Thank you very much for your time. And by the way, anybody want to get in touch with Wetility? So it's Wetility. How does one get in touch with Wetility and find out more about the Beast Bundle?
So if you want to find out more about the Beast Bundle, you go to utility.energy, and there you can see all the information on what Utility is doing and other products as well. So yeah, utility.energy.
Oh, fantastic. Tendai, the Beast Mtawarira, talking to us. He's a brand ambassador at Wetility, and also talking to us about his life, his MBA that he's doing. Good luck with that. And we thank you for your time, Tendai, and wishing you all the best in the future. Congrats on keeping that energy going even after your professional career. Sounds like you're on an incredible trajectory, and congratulations, my friend. And it's really good to see you again.
No, thank you so much for those kind words, Aki. I really appreciate it. Good seeing you again.